Hey everyone, welcome back to the FinalBoss channel. In today's video, we're diving into the world of Sega, a company that holds a special spot in my gaming heart, tracing back to the days of my first console, the Master System. Though Sega faced its share of hardships as a console manufacturer with the fantastic Dreamcast, it's remarkable how the company has reinvented itself as a prolific publisher. While some still long for a Dreamcast 2, Sega's pivot has brought a new kind of joy to both gamers and Sega's accountants. Their financial transformation speaks volumes. From a $404 million loss in 2020, they've turned the tide to report a healthy profit of approximately $233 million for just 9 months by the end of 2023. It's a testament to Sega's resilience and ability to evolve. Yet, amid this journey of growth, there's a sense of longing for the licenses left behind. While it's exciting to see classics like Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, and Streets of Rage making a comeback, there's a whole treasure chest of titles waiting for their chance to shine once more. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. So let's have a look at the titles that I think deserve a comeback. Here, I'll be talking about Panzer Dragoon Saga, the little-known RPG, not Panzer Dragoon, the rail shooter. The rail shooter is a remarkable game, but Panzer Dragoon Saga stands out as an exceptional RPG and deserves a spot on this list. Unfortunately, this title has become extremely rare, a victim of poor sales in Europe and the United States, and Sega's focus on the Dreamcast at the time. Launched just a few months after Final Fantasy VII, Panzer Dragoon Saga offered a radically different experience to Squaresoft's RPG. Panzer Dragoon Saga isn't just a game, it's a journey into a world shrouded in darkness and mystery. Set in a post-apocalyptic era, humanity is on the brink of extinction, living in small, scattered settlements or wandering as nomads. The atmosphere is heavy with melancholy, reflecting the harsh realities of survival in this unforgiving universe. This game really knows how to pull you into its world. Everything about it is just unique. The music is absolutely breathtaking. And the creatures and characters, they've got this surreal vibe that's unlike anything else out there. You explore this world flying on the back of a dragon, exploring canyons, caves, and these massive ancient airships that feel like entire cities. Then, when you're on foot, you're wandering through these beautifully crafted 3D environments, from bustling towns to serene nomad camps. It's all so detailed and impressive. The combat system is a clever mix of turn-based strategy and real-time action. You're constantly on your toes, dodging attacks and exploiting weaknesses. It's not overly complicated. It's actually pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it. This game doesn't waste time with unnecessary fluff. The story is rich, with a few side quests and hidden gems to discover along the way. But it never gets bogged down. It's dark and melancholic, sure, but never bleak. You'll find yourself fully immersed in this world, soaking up the atmosphere and exploring at your own pace. And it's not a marathon either. You'll clock in at around 15 hours of gameplay. Fans have been itching for a sequel, eager to continue Edge's adventures. But word has it, a remake might not be in the cards. Seems like the developers may have lost the game's source code. Still, this game's legacy lives on, leaving a lasting impression on anyone who plays it.
3, 2, 1, go!
If you've ever set foot into an arcade, chances are you've had a run-in with Sega Rally. It's like a rite of passage for gamers. Tetsuya Mizuguchi's creation, the Rally license, brought joy to Saturn gamers, while its sequel, Sega Rally 2, thrilled those on the Dreamcast. These games were pure racing bliss. Although arcade-style, the game's physics offered unique sensations for its time. The behavior of the vehicles changed completely when you went from asphalt to muddy terrain. A real pleasure. Despite the release of Sega Rally 3 on arcade in 2008, then on PS3 and Xbox 360, fans still can't shake the dream of a next-gen comeback. We're talking about a return to form that could give EA Sports WRC series a run for its money. The iconic phrases, "Game over, yeah," and "Long easy right," they're like music to our ears, capturing the essence of what made Sega Rally so fun.
Long easy right, maybe. 100 in ground. 100 medium left. Oh, finish!
Space Channel 5 is a music game in the same vein as Parappa the Rapper and Dance Dance Revolution. In this groovy adventure, you step into the stylish shoes of Ulala, an eccentric reporter on a mission to save hostages aboard a spaceship. How? By busting out your best moves and mirroring the aliens' funky choreography down to the last detail, of course. With its retro futuristic vibe and infectious tunes, Space Channel 5 stands out as a quintessential Sega gem. It's original, quirky, and polished, a true testament to Tetsuya Mizuguchi's creative genius. This game isn't about complex objectives, it's about having a blast. And that's why we're itching to see it make a comeback on modern consoles.
Down, down. Right, left, right, left.
Use the A button beam when they say Q.
Okay.
Nights into Dreams is still frequently considered to be one of Sega's greatest hits. Nights was a surreal adventure in a dream world. This game took you on a wild ride through Dreamland, and it was anything but ordinary. Nights is an atypical game, like a platformer, but up in the air. You're not just hopping around, you're flying through these vibrant worlds with such grace and fluidity. It's seriously unique and enchanting. Back in '96, when it first hit the Saturn, Nights into Dreams blew everyone away with its stunning design, unique vibe, killer soundtrack, and gameplay that was just top-notch. It quickly became one of those games you just had to play. Sega gave us a taste of it again on the PS3 and Xbox 360 in 2012, but this game deserves a spot on today's consoles. It's a classic that every gamer should experience, and bringing it to new-gen consoles would be a dream come true. Scud Race, or Sega Super GT as it's known in the US, was a visual marvel, no doubt about it. Despite its arcade fame, it never made the leap to consoles. There were talks of ports for the Saturn and Dreamcast, but they never panned out. Such a shame, considering how stellar the game was. It might have had a modest lineup of cars and tracks, but the sensation of speed was off the charts. It wasn't just about racing. It was about that rush you got as you tackled each twist and turn, like you were living in the golden age of arcade racing all over again. These days, Scud Race has become a bit of a rarity in arcades. A part of me still holds out hope for a comeback, even if it's just a dream for now. This list would not be complete without mentioning Virtua Fighter, Yu Suzuki's famous franchise. Virtua Fighter revolutionized the world of fighting games with its introduction of 3D. When it was released, it not only set a new standard with its graphics, but also profoundly enriched the gameplay of fighting games. Virtua Fighter offered precise combat mechanics thanks to its physics-based movement system. Virtua Fighter was the OG of 3D fighting games, and later inspired Tekken's, Soul Calibur, and many others. Virtua Fighter 5 was given an ultimate version in 2021 on PS4. Rumour has it that Virtua Fighter 6 might be in the works, given the popularity of fighting games lately. With Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and the upcoming Fatal Fury, Sega would be crazy not to jump on the opportunity to bring back the Virtua Fighter franchise. Who wouldn't be pumped to see Akira and the gang back in action? We're keeping our fingers crossed for a comeback. Speaking of Akira, it's only natural to conclude this list with what was supposed to be a Virtua Fighter RPG. I'm talking, of course, about Shenmue, Yu Suzuki's masterpiece. Not everyone will agree with me here, but if I had to choose just one title from the Sega catalogue, it would obviously be this one. Thanks to the efforts of fans and the perseverance of Yu Suzuki, we were treated to Shenmue 3 in 2019, 20 years after the second episode. Now, 5 years on, anticipation is as high as ever for the continuation of Ryo Hayuki's adventures in a possible Shenmue 4. The Shenmue Saga is a nugget. Launched in 1999 on Dreamcast, this game was more than an adventure. It was a living, breathing world. The attention to detail in the small Japanese town of Yokosuka was astounding, from the bustling streets to the interactive NPCs, each with their own timetable. Even today, it's hard to find games with NPCs as well, crafted as Shenmue. Ryo Hazuki's quest for revenge is not something you play, it's something you live. Shenmue is filled with martial arts, mysteries, and even everyday tasks like driving forklifts. Shenmue isn't just a game, it's an experience. I can't stress this enough, but every gamer should immerse themselves in Yu Suzuki's saga to understand. Although Shenmue 3 falls short of the experience provided by the first two installments, it's still an enchanting title. Many of us are still waiting for Shenmue 4, or perhaps even a prequel, as Yu Suzuki recently hinted.
To know why these mirrors were worth killing my father over.
And there it is, folks. These 7 titles might not be what the world wants right now, but take it from me, it's what the world needs. Okay, it's being a bit dramatic, but if you've tried them, you know exactly what I mean. Even though it's unlikely that Sega will dive headfirst into making a next-gen version of these games, here's to hoping. Sega, if you're listening, make it happen. Thank you for watching, and as usual, if you liked the video, give it a like, and let me know in the comment which Sega's game you would love to see. Thank you, everyone.
Leo, I want to hear more about you.